So many people think that the more frequently they update their forecasts, the better those forecasts are. Do you know what the good approach is for your business? Do you know what's going to increase your profits? Let's talk about it. Let's first recognize that when you're choosing the frequency of updating your forecasts, you're really facing a business optimization problem. And as any other business optimization problem, it means that there are some associated costs and revenues. And in the end, what we want to do, we really want to drive higher profits. So what happens when you have a forecast and it's a good forecast? Obviously, your business will be better prepared for the future, and you might increase your profits, right? So that's really a no-brainer. But let's talk for a moment about the opposite scenario, and let's understand what is a bad forecast, and not only forecast itself, but also forecasting approach, forecasting routine or process, or whatever you want to call it. So what happens, right, when things go badly? First of all, and again, this is the obvious one, when your forecasts are bad, your business is not well prepared for the future. It might not take the best decisions, or it might plan for situation A, where in reality what's going to happen is situation B. That can obviously decrease your profits. It can drive some costs, might result in some unexpected situations. So there is something else, however, to your approach to forecasting, something that's independent of the quality of your forecasts, and it is that frequency that we're talking about. So how frequently should you be running your forecasts? And the approach that you take, that approach itself will actually carry some potential costs. So let's say, for example, that you are running your forecasts daily. That might cause that you have to pay someone to download data every single day, or you might have to pay someone to set up automated APIs to pull the data in an automated fashion, because every forecasting model requires some inputs. Good forecasting models tend to have at least a few different inputs, and they might be coming from disparate sources. So you need some sort of mechanism to obtain that data and then load it into your forecasting model, right? So whether you have someone doing it manually, or whether you have a automated system set up in place and potentially some APIs set up, this all costs money. So in the end, should you really be investing money into having your forecast updated daily? Let's think about it by using an example. And let's say I have a forecasting model which tells me what is the forecasted attrition rate, employee attrition rate over the next 12 months. And let's consider two scenarios with this model. In each scenario, I will run this forecast every single day. But in the first scenario, there's really going to be very little to no difference in the resulted forecast from one day to another. In the second scenario, there's going to be a big difference between 2 consecutive days when I run the same forecast. Now, keep in mind that the forecast is for 12 months. And in reality, exercising my business acumen, my business mind, I wouldn't expect that the expected attrition rate for the next 12 months would change much between today and tomorrow, right? Because the forecast is still around for 12 months and it's almost exactly the same 12 months. The difference is just one day. So there shouldn't be much change. So anyways, scenario 1. I rerun my forecast every single day. I run it today, I run it tomorrow, and then I run it the following day, and each day the result is 12%. Now, what do I do with that, right? I have someone run a forecast every single day. There's someone literally loading data, hitting run, running the forecast, probably, doing a lot of cleanup of the data, but still every single day the forecast results in the same number. Well, clearly I'm just wasting resources by running those forecasts every single day. I don't need them to do that. I should decrease that frequency to maybe weekly, at least weekly, probably more likely like monthly. But the point is, I don't want to be wasting all those resources on running a forecast every single day when there is really no benefit from doing that. Now the other scenario. Again, I'm running the same forecast every single day, but every day I'm getting a different forecasted value. So today I might be getting 12% attrition rate forecast. Tomorrow it might increase to 20%, and then the following day it could drop to 6%. Now, leave alone the fact that such a huge variation in forecasted attrition just makes no sense. Leave that fact alone. Now, can my business actually react to a forecast that changes so frequently? Am I today going to prepare hiring plans that assume the 12 attrition rate? Tomorrow, prepare plans that assume the 20% attrition rate? And then again change all those plans the following day because the attrition rate is being now forecasted at 6%? No, obviously my business is not going to do that. And obviously I do not trust a forecast that changes so frequently. It has way too high of a variance. And on top of all of that, I am paying someone to process all that data for nothing. So hopefully with these two examples, or one example, two scenarios, hopefully it kind of explains how you can approach the process of choosing the frequency of your forecasts. Remember that forecasts usually require a lot of data pooling and data cleanup, and someone or something has to do it. And obviously there are some associated costs. But not only that, also remember that it just might not make much sense for your business to have forecasts which change or update every single day.